Hi there, this is Carrie from Stamp with CT. It's time for Facebook Live. It's Wednesday. So welcome to the replay crew. If you are catching the replay, I appreciate you. And also, I hope to say welcome to some people watching live. Hopefully Facebook will send out some notifications that we're live so we can craft together for just a few minutes. Tomorrow is the day that our new mini catalog, the January to April mini catalog, goes live, and customers are able to get their hands on those supplies. Let me adjust my camera just a tiny bit. There we go. So tomorrow is the day. And also Sale-A-Bration starts. So if you are not familiar with Sale-A-Bration, it's a free gift with purchase for every $50 order that is placed. And you can order, 50, 100, 150, no limit to that. But for every $50 that you spend, you get to choose a free gift. And I'm going to be showing you 5 Sale-A-Bration items today that we're going to be using in our projects. We're making 3 projects. They're the same layout with just a little bit different twist because we're going to use different papers. So you'll see just different options that this gives you. It's a fun layout. Not sure exactly what it's called. And then I do want to tell you that we will have a joining special starting tomorrow. So if you have a long wish list from this new mini catalog, reach out to me and I can talk with you about the joining options. There are 3 options. And being a demonstrator is just amazing. We have so many perks, one of which, probably one of the best ones, is that we get a discount on all of our purchases. So we would love to have you join our team. We would love to have you give it a try. So let's go ahead and jump straight into our crafting. Now last week, I gave you a little bit of a review of the new Sale-A-Bration items. I went through the brochure and showed you the items that I have, which is most of them. And I, on this paper, let me look right quick because I am still learning names, but it is called... favorite flowers. So I talked to you a little bit about this paper because it is a little bit of a stretch for me. This is just really not my style. It's pretty paper, but I decided after last week, and I told you this is just really not my style. I just don't know about this paper. I saw my friend Mary White. She made a beautiful project for our creative challenge for our team. And I just decided to pull this out and make it work. I'm going to use this paper today and we're going to make a pretty card. So I'm going to briefly go back through this paper. I think that's the one we're using today. And just show you the patterns. And again, not that it's not pretty paper, it's just not really my style, but I still came up with something that I'm really happy with. It's pretty. And then the back, the designs on the back, I really, really like. I think you'll agree that this is pretty paper. And as I said last week, I know I'm going to see projects with this, and then I'm going to be so happy that I have this paper. So this is one of the options with a $50 purchase that you can choose for free. And then also this adorable little stamp set. Well, this is the one that has the sentiments. Yeah, this is the sentiment set. And the sentiment I'm using out of this today is, it's okay not to feel okay. Very supportive. There are inside and outside sentiments in this set, and I think this is just a really awesome set. Again, $50 purchase, and you can choose this for free. So I have some supplies prepped. Let me go ahead and bring those out of my envelope. And we will get started on this project. I cut a couple of sentiment pieces just in case. You know, this is really our first video of the new year, 2023. And I wanted to give myself a couple chances because I haven't stamped a lot over the holidays. So this is going to be the same layout that we use for all 3 cards, but we're going to be using different paper, and I just want you to see how, you know, it really makes the card look different. And we're going to orient at least one differently. So here we go. We have got a piece of Evening Evergreen, and I will edit the description of the video, and I'll put the measurements for you. Most of the measurements are pretty close to the same. So this is 5.5 by 4.25 piece of Evening Evergreen. And then for this piece, it is 11 inches, and it is 3.25, and it's scored at 5.5. So let's burnish our fold. So if you've done many fancy folds or fun folds, you'll probably know what I'm going to do is put this folded piece on this base, and then our card is going to open up. And I don't think I cut enough white pieces. We'll see in just a minute. I may have to work on that after. So this is going to be our inside panel, and so it should be 5.25 by 2 by 3. I think 5.25 by 3. Again, a couple of these are the same size, and then one is a little bit different. But the great thing is you have so many options with this fold. So we're not gonna get caught up in those little details, because you can really do whatever you want as far as how wide you cut this piece. Okay, we'll let that dry for a moment. So that's our inside panel. And then I've cut a couple of pieces of Designer Series paper. So I'm using both the A and B side of this paper, and that's going to layer on top of that. And then I wanted to have 2 pieces that go across the top and bottom of this card. So let's just put a little bead of glue across here. And I'm bringing that Designer Series paper, which I cut this, I think, about 3/4 of an inch. There's only about 1/2 inch on either side showing, but then that gave me a little bit of wiggle room to get everything lined up. And I just cut the paper width. We'll trim that off in just a moment. Same thing down here. We'll put just a little bead of glue, and then we've got this piece to add. So I love these colors together: Blackberry Bliss and Evening Evergreen. Gorgeous, rich, beautiful colors. Scooch that over just a little bit. I didn't get it lined up, did I? Oh, Houston, we have a problem. Do a better job lining that up. I don't have Oliver with me today. He is in the other room with Dale. Dale has really enjoyed his time off. His holiday break from school, though, it ends tomorrow. The teachers have a couple of days of training, a couple of work days. The students won't be back till Monday, but he has to go back to work tomorrow. And it's been nice having him home, I have to say. But it's time for him to go back to work, y'all. So then we're going to put this piece on, and this is actually going to open to the side, so maybe that surprises you just a tiny bit. Oops, let's take the lid back off. Of course, it can go both ways, up and down or over to the side. So we will put this piece on, and I cut this Designer Series paper so that I have a little border all the way around. Some of the other papers I just cut. When we're making the other 2 cards, I just cut to have a border top and bottom, or sides, whichever way you look at it. But I thought that was pretty, to have a border all the way around. And this paper is very pretty, y'all. It really, really is. And once I made this card, I was much more happy with this paper. And I knew that's what was going to happen, right? And because this is a mechanism and it's going to open, I'm going to put a little bit more glue than I typically would, and that I probably need. but I want to make sure that as this card is opened and closed, it's not coming apart. I think that's pretty straight. So now this will open this way. I'm going to try to zhuzh it just a little bit. I think that side could come down a tiny bit. Okay, so you see both patterns of the designer series paper. I think that's pretty. And now let's do just a little bit of stamping. And again, that sentiment, you grab that stamp set again, and again, I'm still learning names, so it's called Sending Support, and it has lots of encouragement sentiments and just a really great set. Again, some of the sentiments can be used on the outside, some on the inside. And that's always nice. I don't typically stamp on the inside, but I know a lot of you do, and so that's nice to have that option. It's okay not to feel okay. Now, we've talked before, a lot of people have had a lot of stuff going on in their lives. And sometimes things are just hard. I've got a little bit of a halo, so let's try that one more time. By halo, I mean I got ink on the edge of the stamp. And so it, let me show you what I mean. It's small, but right here, it has a little halo where I got too much ink on the edge of the stamp. Whereas this one, it's a cleaner stamp. It's not great either, but we're gonna go with this one. We'll toss that other guy. Okay, let me put that over on my chamois. And we're going to keep this pretty simple. We're just going to add our sentiment. And somewhere I have some dimensionals. We'll just pop a couple of those on our sentiment. Maybe one more. I know that's a small circle, but I want to make sure that it lasts through the mail. And of course, I used my Stylish Shapes dies for this sentiment. And I think we'll put this right about here. And then again, keeping it super simple, I thought I would add, and I didn't grab my, let me see if I can find it really quick. There he is. I take your pick tool. I have a little basket with tools right in front of me. We'll put some iridescent pearls. And I think we'll just place them in a couple of the openings throughout the card where there's not as many floral images. And we typically do use an odd number of embellishments that's just pleasing to the eye. So 3 or 5, 7, whatever. But there's our first card, super, super simple. But I think that turned out pretty. And I don't know that that's 100% straight, but we're gonna go with it for right now. So that is our basic layout, and that is using favorite flowers, designer series paper that you can get for free during Sale-A-Bration, which starts tomorrow. So let me know what you think of this card. I'm really happy with this. I think it's really pretty, and I have someone I need to send it to. So let's move on to our next paper, and again, it is Floral Images, and again, I'll need to look at the name until I learn these names. I've got to get with that. So this one is called Dainty Flowers, and it's a 12 by 12 designer series paper as well. It is free with a $50 purchase. Really pretty images. Let me quickly show you this. I know we showed this paper last week, but I'll show you real quickly again and remind you just how pretty it is for our springtime crafting. And this is the sheet that we're going to use today. Now, Stampin' Up, it's been a couple years ago that they started introducing this paper, and I've told you before, when I first got it, I was like, wait a minute, what am I supposed to do with this? Well, it makes beautiful card fronts because you're just able to cut it in half and then cut those sections and add an embellishment and a sentiment and you're done. It's really, really a nice way to make some pretty cards very easily. So there is your B side. And again, gorgeous paper, y'all. So much fun. In those bright, fun colors. Now we're going to have still some really cold weather, even here in the South. And so to be able to be using some beautiful spring products for your crafting, that's got to help our mood, right? In the middle of winter. So this time we're going to create a card that's going to be a vertical. It's the very same layout. So again, you have your 5.5 by 4 1/4. This time we're using rich razzleberry. And then this is 3 1/4 by 11, scored at 5.5. So we already know we have that mechanism. We already know we're going to put this piece of designer series paper on the outside. Now this time I cut the paper at 5.5 by 3 inches. So I will just have a border of rich razzleberry on either side, where here I had the border on the edges as well. And then we've got our inside panel, and then we've got these outside pieces. Now, even though with my math, I have what, 1/2 inch showing on either side, because this is 3 1/4, this is 4 1/4, I still cut this a little bit wider just to give me some wiggle room, and I may have already said that. So let's first burnish the actual card part, and we'll add our inside panel. So you can see what a pretty little card this is going to make. That take your pick tool has a mind of its own. It's going to make a really pretty card, you guys, and it's going to make it super, super simple to create, because we're just letting our designer series paper do all of the work for us, which that's permitted, that's allowable. That's allowed. I don't know if allowable is a word, sorry. We are allowed to take the easy route sometimes, right? Let's go ahead and put just a little line of glue again. See if I can get these lined up a little bit better. So again, the A and B side of this paper. Really pretty. And of course, you could leave a border on this as well if you wanted to. I decided to bring my designer series paper all the way to the edge. Just how I wanted mine. But when you make yours, you can do it differently. I can get that paper to cooperate. I have to trim both ends, but that's okay. Be able to hear my heater clicking on and off. It is about 45 degrees here this morning. It's a little bit chilly. And y'all know our house is old, so it takes a bit for the outside temperature to catch up to the inside temperature. So not super cold in the house. It feels good. But I do have my little heater on. Just trim that just a tiny bit more. I just found that easier. Instead of cutting it and potentially getting it too short, I just thought I'll trim those little edges off, and that worked out just fine. Okay. So So before I glue this part down, I want to go ahead and do my stamping. And I think I have Rich Razzleberry ink. And I realize this is one of the few ink pads that I have that's the old style. Still works beautifully. And I will grab my piercing mat. I'm going to turn my paper upside down because I'm going to stamp directly on the Designer Series paper for my sentiment. And I probably should close my glue, y'all. And I thought it would be easier to stamp if it was upside down. Better chance of getting it straight. And I did pretty good. There's no one quite like you. That's a sweet sentiment, isn't it? And that one comes from the little carrot stamp set. This one's called Thanks a Bunch. So the two sentiments for this card and the next card are coming from this. So, hey there, and there's no one quite like you. I thought that was cute. Put that over on my chamois. And we're keeping this one really simple, y'all. We're going to go ahead and add our Designer Series paper. Really pretty paper. I guess I just really like the bright colors of this. So again, just bringing that over. Give me a little bit of a border on either side, but top and bottom is flush. So that way, when I add it to the card, I'll have just a bit of a border of that rich razzleberry between the Designer Series papers. So I really like that look. And again, a little bit more glue than normal because this is the mechanism. People will be opening and closing. And I don't want my card coming apart. So how quick and easy is that, you guys? So pretty. That paper is just gorgeous. And I went ahead and grabbed some iridescent rhinestones. Y'all know how I roll. I love these things. Iridescent pearls, iridescent rhinestones. You can't go wrong. And we will just pop a couple of those guys on here. It's a couple different sizes. And again, I'm just kind of going with 3, our odd number, to be pleasing to our eye. And there is card number 2. Love this one. Super sweet. Really turned out pretty. Okay, let me know what y'all think. I'll set it to the side, and we've got one more to make. And I think this one's really going to make you guys happy. It's a cute one. And there is a stamp set that coordinates with this paper, and I think I'm just going to have to go ahead and order it. So this is called Day at the Farm. And again, free with a $50 purchase if this is the item that you choose. So you have got your farm animals, little trees, some barns. Look at the colors on this paper. So much fun. Some vegetables. And then we talked about this last week. How cute is this to scrapbook with? And this is the sheet we're going to be using today with some geese and some chickens. And then here is the B side. And again, we'll go pretty quickly because I know you saw this last week, but just wanted to remind you of how cute this paper is. Adorable. And then again, this is the sheet we're using with that cute little chicken wire. And I think I can already tell you I forgot to cut an inside panel for this next card, but we're still going to make it work. It's fine. Got all my pieces cut. And an extra sentiment there. Yep, we'll put that over there. Maybe I didn't cut an extra sentiment. Okay, we're really trusting that I'm going to get this right the first time. Well, I'm missing a piece of chicken wire. There it is. It was still in the envelope. So this time I did cut this a little bit differently. What I did was went ahead and did that same basic background, that matte, but I cut this a tiny bit smaller. It's 3 inches. So that's going to make this paper 2 3/4 by 5 1/2, because oops, I wanted my little chicks and stuff to show, and I wanted about a 3/4 of an inch border of my chicken wire. So I didn't cut an inside panel, but of course I'll put an inside panel since this is black cardstock. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of adhering. After we use our bone folder to work on this score line. So this time, this is 11 inches by 3 inches. So that gave me 3/4 of an inch on either side for my chicken wire. And I went ahead and cut these pieces at 1 inch just so that I don't have to worry about everything lining up perfectly. I know that it's going to tuck underneath there, but this is a great way to use designer series paper and not have to have a lot of it. I was really happy with how these turned out. And I think what's funny is using the very same layout, but getting such a different look with the different papers. So again, the sentiment comes from that little Thanks a Bunch carrot stamp set. I never thought I would say I love that carrot stamp set, but it's really, really cute. I'm seeing some just adorable projects made with that. That's fun. Get my chicken wire lined up here. And again, this one's going to open sideways. And I will make sure I've got this going the right direction. And we will add our little birds, our little chickens, and our geese. And again, I went all the way to the edge, so you've just got a border top and bottom that will be a little break of black cardstock between the 2 pieces of designer series paper. I just like the look of that. But you can probably see that you've got so many options and you can do what you like, what looks good to you. As far as how you cut your papers, you could even mat them as well. Let's go ahead and trim this off before I glue everything together. Where did I put my snips? There they are. It's always fun to me to use the same layout but different products and just see how different a look you get. So I hope y'all like that. We've done that before, and that's been pretty popular with everyone. All right, again, a little bit more liquid glue than normal, since this will open and close. Try to get that lined up. Isn't that cute, y'all? Oh, I love this. So stinking cute. And then because I really had to dig through my stamp sets to find a sentiment, because I don't have the stamp set that coordinates with this paper, but I'm going to remedy that. I'm going to have to. I thought I would use this Hey There. And let me get my piercing mat, because this is a photopolymer stamp, and I've only used it a couple times, so I want to make sure that I get a good impression when I stamp. Oh, I got so quiet, didn't I? Can't talk and stamp. Okay, put that over on my chamois. So I've got those out of the way and I don't have any accidents. I just keep a chamois and a stamp case right on the side of my desk. And then we are going to just pop this on, and I'm thinking maybe like that, where we've got just a little bit of room at the bottom and the sides. Let me put just a tiny bit of liquid glue. Get this positioned the way that I want it. Hey there. And while I'm working on this, we did send out catalogs. I know people are starting to receive their catalogs. I'm getting some messages. So if you do not have a demonstrator that you purchased from and you would like a catalog, you just let me know. I am more than happy to get one in the mail to you. Or if you're local, we can drop one off to you, because you're going to want a catalog of your own. You can make your notes and that type thing, right? You can see all the inspiration in this catalog. It is awesome. I'm getting such good feedback from those that have received their catalog. And we're going to do a launch party, one that's in person on the 21st, Saturday the 21st, and then one that is virtual in my CT's Craft and Connect group, and that's on the 20th. So all that information is under the events tab on my page. But if you need information, just let me know and I can get that to you. See, I just thought that really helped the sentiment stand out more, to back it with the black. And it just says, hey there. And I think this works with this little stamp, with this little designer series paper. That stamp looks cute. So there is our hey there with our chicks. And of course I'll have an inside panel, white inside panel. Here's the one we did with that beautiful dainty flowers paper. So quick and easy. And then the favorite flowers. So again, a beautiful card with some just gorgeous paper. What have I done? There we go. So y'all let me know which one is your favorite. They're fun, aren't they? Super simple layout. Super easy to do, but look how different they look using different products. I love them. Now, for that launch party, we'll have make and takes, and if you want the free make and take packet, you just need to let me know by the 9th. Okay, let me grab a couple of things. I have been cleaning in my craft room, and I found some cards that I don't know if I have shown you them. So I just want to err on the side of caution and go ahead and show them. This is from my friend Judy. A couple months ago, my team got together and they sent me just an amazing gift. And many of them sent a card as well. And this is from my amazing friend Judy. And isn't it gorgeous? I don't think I showed this to you. I think it got put in between some papers, and as I was cleaning that stack, I found it. So just in case I haven't shown you, I wanted you to see this beautiful card. Love this layout. Love this layout. It's so pretty. Thank you, Judy. And then this is a card from Cassandra. This, if I'm not mistaken, if I'm remembering right, this was a Sale-A-Bration set with that amazing sentiment font. So pretty. But this one is from Cassandra. Beautiful paper, really pretty layout. So thanks, Cassandra. I really don't think you guys have seen these cards, because sometimes I'm just kind of a hot mess, y'all. And but you know, it was kind of fun because I got to receive the card again when I found it in the stack. And then this is a Christmas card that we received from my amazing friend Karen. And she lives in Florida, and I love that this is a snowman card coming from Florida. Super cute. So I wanted to share that one with you too. Love what she did here. It's so cute. And then we did not have our giveaway last week, mainly because I just kind of forgot, y'all. So let me grab Where did I put them? I have a package of embellishments. Here they are. I have a package of embellishments that will be our giveaway for this week. Really cute little flowers. This is from the annual catalog. I was just kind of going through my prize box and I found them and they caught my eye because I'm really loving using these bright colors. They're coming from the January to April mini catalog. Fun spring products for those spring holidays and spring crafting. So this will be cute addition to some of the products we'll be using from the mini catalog. And then we have, nope, this one has already been given away. So I have here going out to Connie York, the iridescent rhinestones from 2 weeks ago that were our prize. But I went ahead and pulled her name, did our random number generator, pulled her name. So Connie York, I know I don't have your address, so if you will send me a message and let me know your address, we can get that prize out to you. So congratulations. Now, if you are interested in winning the weekly door prize, all you have to do is leave a comment, send up a heart or thumbs up, share my video, and then just be sure to comment that you shared. Facebook doesn't always show me when people share. We have really grown the engagement of this page and even on my YouTube channel in the last couple of months. And so I thank you guys so much for that. Y'all have just really stepped it up as far as the engagement with sharing, lots and lots of shares, lots of comments, and I just really appreciate that because it lets these social media platforms know that you like my content and someone else may as well. So it just gives me more visibility, and so because of that, I like to do a little giveaway each week to let you know I truly appreciate your help and just sharing with others. So if you think there's someone in your life that may enjoy this video, share it with them and let them see this awesome layout and these new Sale-A-Bration items. All of these that I showed you today are free with a $50 purchase. That cute carrot set, the sentiment set, and then the 3 designer series papers. So you can start ordering tomorrow at stampwithct.stampinup.net. I will get a host code posted if you want to do that. And don't forget that if you have a long wish list and it goes over $100, reach out to me and I can help you save some money and get a discount and be part of our team. Okay, let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate you joining me today, whether you were here live or if you're watching the replay. And I will be back next Wednesday for another Facebook Live. Thanks, guys.